Well, it's a subject I hate to bring up. We hope we don't get much in the line of white stuff this winter season, but in case we do, we have to be prepared. Here with some great driving tips for the winter weather is Pennsylvania State Trooper First Class David Peters, who is a public information officer with Troop N in Hazleton. The winter weather, always a problem, and there's laws people need to be aware of because they might be driving out there and breaking some laws in the cold winter weather.
Yeah, I mean, again, a topic none of us really want to talk about, but it's on us. We have to be prepared for it. Pennsylvania does have laws, and that's not just for winter driving, even if it's raining out in the spring and summer months or even fall. If your wipers are being utilized, whether that's at full capacity or intermittent, your headlights are required to be on. And that just provides people with more visibility. Usually when it's raining, it's a lot less cloudier, a little bit more darker than normally would. So we want you to do that so you're more visible to operators.
And if there is snow and ice, which we hope there isn't, and it's on our car, what do we have to do to make sure we're complying with the law?
Well, you would think common sense. You have to clean your windows off. And I mean that's completely off, not the periscope technique where you just have your eye case cut out so you can see where nobody else can see. Clean your windows off, clean all the ice off the top of your vehicle. When you're traveling, most people don't realize, it may be ice, but the force of the velocity of the vehicle drive knocks that ice off and ends up striking cars and creates accidents, or in some cases could be very serious accidents. So you are required to clear that off so that does not happen. Let your car warm up. I understand if snow comes upon you, buy an ice scraper, but if you can't see the whole scope of your windshield, then you're not seeing what's moving alongside of you, what's maybe stepping off from a roadway or another vehicle entering, and that leads to crashes that can result in injuries.
Absolutely. And if we want to know what the roads are like when we're heading out in the bad weather, there's a great app that we should be having on our phone.
Yes. Again, 511 PA is going to provide those up-to-date conditions. And if you're traveling not outside of the area, it's going to provide that information to you if you're traveling south or north to understand what you're driving into. You may leave here and it's 30-some degrees and beautiful, but as you go north and the temperature drops or things like that, understand when temperature drops, it might be raining here, but it might be a freezing rain as you climb an altitude of a certain sort and could be dealing with ice.
Absolutely. And then also, I guess a lot of the problems happen with the periscopes and with the accidents because we don't leave with enough time. We're always last minute rushing out the door. Well,
right. Again, we treat every workday like it's every workday. Well, when you add snow to certain things, you have to understand that the primary roads that are most traveled, your interstates, your major roadways in your neighborhood, they're going to be taken care of first. So side streets, things like that might not receive the attention right away. So they're going to be a little bit more dicier than the other travel lanes. So provide yourself, give yourself time. Don't be running late. When most people are running late, they're trying to make up that time on the road. They're driving a little bit more aggressively than they would. They're over driving their vehicle in certain cases where their headlights aren't illuminating where they need to be, the wipers aren't clearing enough fast enough, and again, the tires are a big thing. People just assume the tires on their car, they last forever, but they do break down. You can get that at your local inspection station when you get your car inspected to find out where your tire depth is at, so you might know whether or not you'll make it through the winter with those tires.
Now, I know recently you were here telling us about the holidays and having a kit and medication, but this is something we should have all year round, but especially in the winter weather, because what if we do get stuck in traffic or a storm?
Yeah, that's possibly here every year, and a sudden snowstorm maybe is more intensified than it started out, and people get stuck on the roadway. They don't have enough gas in their car. If you're going to travel and you're expecting snow, take that extra moment of your life, get your vehicle fully equipped with gasoline in case you are stuck out there. Water, snacks, in some cases people use kitty litter in regards to being stuck where their tires are spinning on ice to give them some traction to get out. But be prepared for that. If you don't have to travel in those situations, we put those reminders up. If you don't have to be on the road, we ask you not to be on the road. That allows the plows and the companies out there to get the roads salted properly so travel can be done safely.
Thank you so much. Great advice, as always, from our good friend Dave Peters from the Pennsylvania State Police. Please take that advice seriously so we can all stay safe this winter.